Well, John, we got to get on to some segments. Do we have a cuck this week?
We do have
You're like,
a
oh
cuck.
my God. It's you for not having a cucker this week.
No, we have a cuck, Ethan. It's the husbands of Italian women with HPV.
Ah, the real husbands of Palermo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll read this headline for you. Italian gynecologist allegedly offered to have sex with woman to cure virus.
Ah, interesting.
An Italian
now
doctor.
that's like in Africa where they said like if you have sex with a virgin, then it cures AIDS.
Yeah,
that
right.
Sort
exactly.
of theory. Or like the theory with like when if you're on Gilligan's Island and then you get hit with the first coconut, then that gives you amnesia.
Right.
And then when you get with the second coconut, instead of causing further brain damage, it cures the amnesia. It's like you just go back to where you started. I see.
It's also like, have you seen The Last Duel?
No, I really want to though.
I heavily recommend it to everyone because it's actually just like a great look at what life in late 14th century France was like, and you're like, oh my God, it's terrible. But like Matt Damon's wife can't get pregnant, and so you have like all these priests like asking her like, well, do you find sex pleasurable with your husband? Because the whole thing is like a woman can only get pregnant if she comes. Like they literally thought that.
That's what they think?
Yeah, in the Middle Ages, yeah.
Based.
Yeah. And so they like keep asking her like, well, are you experiencing the little death? And she's like, I think so.
I'm imagining you were like at the top of like some tower with some old wise man that they have to go ask,
Yeah.
And then like they're like, oh, maybe perhaps the seer, he knows the answer to our riddle here. So they all go up to the top at the end of the movie. And they're like, you're opening some like heavy book full of dust, and he's like, and you're like, actually, you're all mistaken. A woman cannot come at all.
It's a myth. Women can enjoy sexual intercourse on the level a man can.
Like, oh, wise one. I'm so glad we asked you. Stop spinning our wheels now.
It has nothing to do with the size of your penis. That doesn't factor into anything at all.
I have statistics, and I say 4 inches is above average.
4 inches? What are you, King Kong? Come on, relax. So anyway, back to this story, Ethan. An Italian doctor known by the nickname of Dr. Magic Flute was
good name.
was uncovered as a fraud.
Whimsical Italians over there.
Was uncovered as a fraud for allegedly offering to have sex with a female patient to, quote, cure her of a cancer-causing virus. Dr. Giovanni Miniello, 60, a gynecologist in the southern city of Bari. Was there any doubt this was in South Italy, Ethan?
The North. They look down on us. They look down their noses at us.
Just because we let our doctors have sex with our wives if they have HPV. Dr. Giovanni Miniello, 60, a gynecologist in the southern city of Bari, told the 33-year-old woman she appeared to have human papillomavirus, a sexually transmitted bug that can cause cancer. Although a pap smear test was negative, Newsflash reported.
That actually comes from the Papilloma region of Italy.
They call me Papilloma. The head of the Loma sex crime family, Papilloma.
Okay.
And he says, I have saved many women from cancer. All those I have had contact with were negative afterwards, he reportedly told her.
This is from a country where they still believe in witches, so I guess,
But the woman, identified as Anna Maria, decided to contact the Italian newspaper La Repubblica, alleging that Miniello had touched her breasts inappropriately and told her he liked women with small ones. No, honey, I'm a doctor. It's fine. This to me, I don't even like them big. Come on, I like small breasts.
As a medical professional, I cannot choose favorites, but if I had to, I would choose the smaller ones, much like yours.
We need to perform more tests with my tongue. She said she was shocked that he proposed having sex with her when she asked about the results of the pap smear. The woman then reached out to the investigative news program Lelene, which hired an actress to portray a patient, Newsflash reported. Miniello told her she had white spots on her cervix, which indicated the presence of HPV. Oh, yeah.
Is that true?
I take a look at the pussy. Lots of white spots, and also offered to have sex with her, claiming that he'd give her immunity because he'd been vaccinated, the outlet said. He's like, I never have HPV in my entire life.
Right.
Like, well, you're a man, so.
Interesting. So that's actually that's what's going on with all these vaccines, John. That was Fauci's plan all along.
Yeah, that's why Clarissa keeps getting boosted.
No, wait a minute, John. Hey. How dare you?
When the actress asked him about protection, the doctor allegedly told her that a condom would not permit her to get the benefit of his antibodies.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm going to start using that.
That's good. Gets in the way.
But before, I love that. It's like, she's like, I'm willing to have sex with you, but I insist on using a condom.
Insist on a condom. Yeah.
No. That's how you get at the cancer.
Yeah.
But before he thought he was about to have sex with her, a journalist barged in and surprised the half-naked doctor, who reportedly said, I'm doing this for my studies and for the other people that I have saved.
What? I'm just picturing the Italian Chris Hayes,
Yeah.
Or Chris Hansen.
Well, no, because it's obviously a woman, because they always have, the women do it, like an attractive woman do it.
She bursts in.
Yeah, and he's like, you need a HPV vaccine too?
Let me see if I can vaccinate both of you at once. Let me try something here.
For this to work, you must kiss her on the breasts. Through his lawyer, Miniello said, I, who have successfully treated hundreds of women for over 40 years, only proposed an alternative treatment that has yielded results.
He speaks from experience, John.
That's what I love, is he's defending this practice, not this. I swear to God, this is the only time this has ever happened. I never do this. He's like, this works. Everyone needs to know my penis cures the cancer.
One weird trick doctors don't want you to know, John. I know. He's like, all these doctors getting canceled for, the so-called COVID misinformation that turns out to be correct later.
Right.
I'm getting lumped in with them, I've got some important, valuable information for the public.
I can imagine Dr. Fauci reading this and being like, my God, you can get in trouble for this?
Yeah, with the dog owners. That's right, Fauci. You watch your step, bub.
But I love that. Only proposed an alternative treatment that has yielded results, adding that he never forced women to have sex with him. No, you don't have to have sex.
Tricked.
Maybe you just have the cancer instead, It's up to you.
Yeah, it's not a force. It's more of a trick, a ruse,
yeah.
a scheme.
Okay, I need to take your temperature.
Wow,
And then it's the old, doctor, that's not my anus. And it's like, well, that's not my thermometer,
There you go.
As a result of the TV expose, 15 other women have come forward and claimed they were also victimized by the doctor and his miracle sex cure. I'd like to know how many of these 15 women would test positive for HPV, Ethan. I'd like to know that.
John. Yeah.
God, the picture is so funny because he's literally in his little Italian underwear, sitting in bed, and then looking shocked as this. Yeah, I was right. Female reporter comes in, and he's like, "Mamma mia!"
Is he wearing that big that headband with a big mirror on it? That'd be awesome.
He's just got the stethoscope wrapped around his neck.
Okay. You can have some props, you know. Is he even a doctor? He killed the original doctor. Took his place.
Marika Massara, coordinator for the Anti-Violence Center in Bari, said authorities have received several reports in the last few days, dozens. Women who have come together and gone through a similar situation. Some consider reporting it, others are afraid, also because the level of secondary victimization we are witnessing is very high, she said. The city's public prosecutor has launched an investigation.
Okay.
I love that, like, the city's prosecutor, like, these women are coming in, like, my doctor, he said the only way to cure HPV is by having sex with him without a condom. He's like, well, you know, in these days, it's important to listen to the doctor. You know, you got to listen to what he says. Me personally, I trust the science. You know, I believe in science. So if the doctor says,
I knew Italy was like just barely, you know, a first world country, but
yeah, really.
I now think it's a third world country. I mean,
I know this should be happening in Brazil or something.
Yeah, do they still like pray to the volcano over there? Like what? How does
This story should be coming out of Guatemala, not from.
They don't have Google. I don't. I mean,
I can't get over. I need to stress this again: that the guy is just like, no, this works. I've saved 40 lives with my penis.
Oh man!
No, I'm not saying my cum is magic. There's a very logical scientific explanation for this.
That may have been what our ancestors would have thought, but we've evolved past that. We are men of science, men of reason these days. Okay. Damn. Okay,
so these 40 women's husbands, cock of the week.
Okay.
Half of the men of Bari, Italy, cock of the week.
Yeah, that's probably his half of them. So will this guy be going to jail, I assume?
No. This is how it ends. The prosecutor has launched an investigation.
Oh, okay.
We get around to it maybe sometime next year, you know.
Maybe he gets, 40 pounds of fish, delivery late at night. Maybe, couldn't find the evidence. Oh, whoops, didn't handle it right.
Yeah.
Not the case. Okay.
Oh, my nap run a little long. I don't show up for my court date to testify against the doctor.